Hi, welcome to My Two Bits. My name's Laura Batante, and today I have these beautiful butterflies that are iridescent, and I created that by using my, well, I'm going to say 20-year-old Crayola crayons that I happen to have held on to. And on that note, I'm not sure if they are still producing a set of these, but I did go up to the store and they do have glitter crayons, which has a little bit of a sparkle in them. Those are not quite as strong. I will show you. I made a little demo here. See, these are my metallics, and this is the glitter putting white underneath. Here I put the white underneath, and then I put the colored ones on top, so that worked out. And then here I used the glitter markers. My favorite is still these metallic, and I did go online and I see they have a metallic FX, but they were out of stock, and when I say out of stock, I mean Amazon in terms of purchasing them. So hopefully this is still something that is available, because these are just so fun to work with. All right, so you need black cardstock, and you also need the template, or you could make your own, but this is a template that I created, and it's right there in the video notes. And I'm going to put these aside because I'm going to use my very old crayons. And for the shine, which is what really makes it work, I used a super gloss Mod Podge, but I know that they have a glitter Mod Podge as well, and that might be fun to use. I have my paper clips to hold my template in place, and here are some little, these are flower stamen that I bought many moons ago, and apparently they came in a pack of like 500 and I used 2. So I just painted these black and have popped them in there. If you don't have these, some thin black wire would work just as well. And a paintbrush, of course, for your Mod Podge. You can use a foam brush, that works great too. Some scissors, and I have a little bit of tacky glue, and that was just to hold the stamen in place there. And so that's it. Now we can cut out our template. So we're just going to cut out our butterfly, and you'll see I did it as a half. And originally when I did my first one, I cut out the whole thing, but then I actually wanted it to sort of sit up a bit, and so I was bending the leaves up a bit as they were drying with the Mod Podge, and then I thought, hey, it's easier for younger folk to cut out a half at a time, and let's be honest, it's easier for everybody to do that. So why don't I do that? It puts the crease in, and then it's easier to cut, and you don't have to play around with it while it's trying to dry. So there you go. Normally, I don't know why I didn't cut that when I did it, but you would of course cut that. All right, so we're just going to cut that out. I don't think you want to watch me cut this out, so we will just take a little pause and meet back when we're all done. All right, so I picked 3 colors that I really liked, and that there's still enough of left for me to work with. And I just drew on any old thing. I mean, I did have some reference picks when I started, but honestly, you don't need to do a fancy pattern like this. It is just as effective, and if it maybe even more so, just because I really love the blue too, I must say. In fact, when I started this week's craft, I was doing a dragonfly, and that's the way these things go sometimes. I could not get dragonfly wings the way I wanted them. I had the body colored in with these, and I loved it, but that's what happens sometimes. So my studio looks a little bit like a, well, I don't know what you call a bunch of dragonflies together. If it was geese, it would be gaggle, but it looks like a gaggle of dragonfly crash landed in my studio. There are pieces of test wings and glitter and all sorts of stuff all over the place. And that's why you only see this little tiny, tiny piece of my studio. Although it's not usually as bad as it is right now. So I am just going a sort of an ombre effect here, starting with my lighter color and working my way out to the darkest blue, running the colors, sort of blend them right over top of each other. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Just want to get a good coating down because it really pops when you put the gloss on. So there you go. So we're just going to color the whole thing in, and then and you do any color you like, and then we will meet back and tackle the next step. All right, so I didn't tell you that you should have some wax paper or something for working with this Mod Podge, just because it's pretty sticky and you don't want to accidentally glue your butterfly to the table. So I have a whole roll of that in the studio, and I use it for various things. So I am actually going now, of course, you can do this however you like. I'm going with the crayon strokes with my Mod Podge. But again, you do what you like. I'm just winging it here. Oh dear. Anyway, so this is it. Like, this is so easy. After this, we're going to have to let this dry, and then we're going to pop on the antenna on the back, and it's done. And I think you could make a lot of these and stick them on a wall, or make a mobile or something, and it would look fantastic. It will want to kind of come up naturally just as you've put the Mod Podge on, and that's fine because it just adds to the sort of natural movement that we want. So there you go, all done except for the little antenna. We'll just let that dry. Well, I'm pushing it a little bit because this is still a bit tacky, but I want to get this video wrapped up for you, so hopefully I won't have any problems. So we'll just put a little bit of tacky glue on, and then just put it up there near the top, put it in place, let it dry, and you can put a little piece of cardstock behind that if you want to. I highly recommend that you let your Mod Podge dry before you attempt this. I'll just show you what not to do. Okay, there we go. So I think they look fabulous, and with any luck I will get some dragonfly cousins eventually, but for now we have butterflies, and I do think they look really dramatic, and they're super easy to make, so give a couple of those a try. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this craft, then please give me a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks very much.